Alright, welcome back guys. So I'm gonna do some job seeking and then we're gonna immediately go into the project. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make it 607 years. And yeah, I'm here. It seems that my stream is a little bit laggy. So stream is laggy. I'm gonna replace that. Yeah, I don't see myself. Okay, awesome. That seems to be working. Mm, Let me upload this video. I did. Okay. Great. Great, 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 great. Alright, let's see what we have here. Front-end developer. Further Health. 5 years. Knowledge. Backend. Laravel. Alright, I was looking at that, but okay, so that is the front page. Let's see what's happening. So let's do HTML. See what's happening here. And, let's do on date. Awesome. 100% remote from anywhere from Europe. Are you highly skilled? PHP full stack, which I don't have. Let me. Yeah. Hmm. Doesn't look quite right. Doesn't seem there's any new jobs the last couple of days. I think I've seen those ones. Let's check page 3 just in case. Yeah, I think I've seen most of those. Most of those are recruiters here, like recruiting websites. I'm not I'm not a fan. Okay, so no new jobs. Great. For this one at least. Let's try WordPress on date. What is this? Content specialist. copywriting or journalism. Okay. Web designer. What is this? Sponsor Digital 2.0 star. I'm not sure if I applied to this one. It doesn't look good, but yeah. Let's try it anyways. Okay. SEO content creator. Okay. Let me see what this is all about. Back end development. Maybe in my holiday I'm gonna do back end development. By the way, I quit doing this one because this employer decided to no show, and that's what I don't like. So I said no, and they pushed their stuff again. So okay, so nothing really. That's how it looks like. Okay, let's apply to this one, and then let's then start the project. Let me start up the project now. Fabrica. Oh fuck. I'm building? Did I do a build? Oh. I was like why am I building? Okay. Localhost. Okay. This is what we have thus far. And alright. This is what we have thus far. So it's not bad per se, right? And we have to add an extra stuff here. I wonder if I should copy or just make it static. I think I just make it static. I think I would just double it. So let's actually do that. Let's go to why choose us, and let me see. Why choose us content grid text. So that's the grid, and this is set flex call. That shouldn't be, to be honest. Or is it? We'll see. Let's copy this. Oh, damn it. I don't know where to copy. Mm, Okay, let's do Shift Alt down. Okay, so we have a double, and there seems to be an issue with one div. So let's copy a div and let's do one down, and that fixes it. But there's one problem. I don't see it here. And what is the issue? Hydration fill didn't match the client. It was all regenerated. Oh yeah, that's because of the dark mode. Okay, but let's save. Okay, so that is on top of each other. That's what we don't want to have. We want to put that inside a container as well. So let's see where that is. That's here. I'm gonna call it data why choose us grid, and this one is gonna be flex row and a gap of 8. And let's see where it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, it seems so. Is it saved? It is. Okay, and it gives us a problem. So probably there's something wrong. Well, first of all, we don't want to do that. And it's flex col. We don't want to have flex col, we want to have flex row. Let me see. Flex col. Yeah, I did that, but it doesn't respond like I want to. So let's see why that is. By the way, I've discovered something cool. You can just click here and then you can see the whole project. Oh, that's not good, right? Oh, this is a different screen. This is like a mobile size screen. This is laptop and this is like 4K screen. Okay. So we want this one, both of these in a container width. So let's see where we can get it. Okay, it's here. It says flex gap 8. Okay, flex row. Doesn't work. Flex col. Does that work? Doesn't work. I wonder why. I have an idea why, but don't want to do that to be honest. Okay, no, that's something I should put here actually. And then flex row. Justify between items center. No. Okay. So if I remove this, it does respond. Yeah, okay. I think I know what's going on. I should call this 1 and then it should respond. And then with the gap 1, I should call this 2. Awesome. Um, okay, let's go out of responsive mode and it's still stacked. Let's see what's going on. Okay, this one. it has a gap, it has a flex direction of column. And where is this flex direction of column? Why choose alt content looks one? It says column. Am I doing column? No. I'm doing flex row. So we have an issue here that it doesn't respond like it should. And that's because of this one. So if I do flex row, what happens? Okay. Okay, so that is the issue. How are we gonna solve that? Because we have a div here. Let's call this like main. And then I want to see how it looks. Okay. And I want to push main a little bit on top. Okay, that gives an error. And that also gives an error. So I am correct here. But here, if you look over here, it says, let me see, go down a bit. In main, we say flex row, right? But it doesn't respond. We say PT70, which responds flex row, justify center, item center, gap 8. Let's see what the if the gap is lagging. So let's remove gap 8. Let's see what it does. Okay. So there's no gap. And if I do here, flex direction row does not respond. So that's very interesting. But these ones seems to be responding for everything as well, which is called grid 1. Um, but then we have an issue here, right? Then we should say, give me a second. Then we should say we have an issue here, and these two, which is grid upper and grid lower, the above one, I see. So these two needs to be in a container. That is the issue. Okay, so this one, uh, yeah. So we have one and upper and lower, and these ones need to be in a container. Let me see where it ends. I think it's this one. And then we can say here. But then we have a gap issue because we need to do this. And that doesn't, is not quite right. But let's see anyways. Okay, no. Flex row. I think that's how we do it. No. Let's do no flex. Let's see how it looks. Okay. And then this is very hard because we are in a div hell. That's how it's called. So div hell. Let's remove it for a second. Hmm. Jesus Christ. How do I get rid of this bug? I'm gonna do the exact same as grid 2. Okay. I understand there's space for this. I think we should not do any flex, maybe. Mm, um, okay, so the problem is, oh, I see what the problem is. Um, you see this space here? I need to say justify between those. So let's actually go up. We do have a justify between. We do have a justify between. Mm, that is a bit weird because then it should work like expected. So if we go here, why choose us? Okay, this is called flex. Yeah, justify between. Okay, so that's not the issue. Okay. Yeah, so these content left and right. Maybe I should go to the content right, maybe. Let me see. Div content. Okay, this. Give me a second. Okay, so it says white is off, content right. Okay, yeah. Okay. Content right. Flex. Justify flex. Items and justify and. That doesn't necessarily work like expected. Um, let's do something else. Okay, so we are here and we added some classes. So I'm gonna check what's going on. A little bit bigger. So I want to see if we are here, which is this project here, what's going on. So I have space between. Okay. Now flex breaks everything. But when I say, maybe I should add like a gap. Okay. Give me a second. Adding a gap. Gap. X24. That doesn't do anything. There's no column. Gap 24. Okay, that's not the issue. That's the disadvantage when you're tired. Styles. Okay, so it's not that. Like one way to solve this is to say here, and then there's already space between, right? Is to put everything to the end. So let's try to find that. So items, align, items, end. Does it have any effect here? Doesn't look like it. But I do have items in content right, and that doesn't make any sense. So, not lucky, all good. How are you? How? It says items. Why just says content right? Here. Okay, what we can do here with the text, we can say to do text end for, let me see, okay. And does that make any sense with the real website? We're not sure yet. It's not, no, I really don't want to put the text there. I would just want to say items and justify, okay, item center, justify end. Not like that. Let me think about it. Okay, that is, so if I do flex, it gets fucked up. Okay. This is a bit of a hell, to be honest. Damn it. And that's because of the other one. I want to increase that distance. Like this distance. Let me see how I can do that. Because the space between is actually doing that. Let's do something else. Okay, oh, this is for the whole, no, that's what we don't want to have. Mm, well, we can, but then we have to work on this one. We can just say flex end, it's fine. Okay. Let me think about it. But this doesn't, yeah, this is the right, and this is also something. Okay. But this is for the whole content, right, text. Okay, so that fucks everything up. Hmm. Ah, I see. I see it now. So there's too much space here. How do I get rid of that space? So it sees 1, 2, okay, and then 3. So 1, 2, 3. So both of them, that's very weird because here we have this one, grid right one, where they say upper, lower. Okay, you see it here. And then on the second one, you see also upper, lower. But this one chooses the whole content. So it wraps the whole content. Then that should not be. Well, that should be, but then we need to wrap this one as well. Okay. Okay. That is fixed. Now, we need this one at the same div. And that should not bring issues. But we have a little bit of an issue here, where we say text center. That should go. Not that. Okay, let me read slowly. Justify and okay, so the problem is the plus 50 text and this text. Flex items center, flex call, flex row. Okay, that looks good. Problem is this one. This one should naturally be on the end. But yeah, let's do that. So let's see where it is. Okay. So it's here or here, I'm not sure. But when I click here, so this one, okay, I understand what's going on. Like on this one, I we cannot use text end here. We we just edited this. We fixed that. And then we say items end. Well, that doesn't make sense because then we have to have items end here, but that doesn't work because justify end. But I also don't think that will work. No. So there's two solutions for this. I can say we need to wrap this and then put it at the end. Oh, which is already wrapped, it seems. Data, okay, data upper. Flex item center, flex row, text center, justify end. Items end? No, it adjusts as, oh, okay, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm at the wrong text. So it's this one. And I have an issue here. And both of these do not work. because I need to be here and I need to set flex, justify, end. That should work? Not really. What if I just do flex? What will happen? Okay, then it puts it here. But then we need to say here flex call. And that doesn't respond. Why not? Okay, let's forget about this for a second. And let's check again. This data, right center text. So this div is wrapped wrong. But then I need to pick this one here somewhere, which will create an issue. And then say this one. And that will create a huge issue. Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, I think then it's time to just wrap it, because we can deal with the hell later. But now maybe we can say flex. Justify end. And that will create issues. Just hopping in stream randomly. Hey bro, how are you doing? We're working on stuff. This won't work because it will create this issue. So one of the things that we can do is so a solution. I know a solution, but I don't think it's a nice solution, right? So I can say relative and then right 0. Or, sorry, left 0, I think. Left 0. Am I correct? Let me just see. Top 0. That's also not a solution. Damn it. Wanna connect on LinkedIn? I don't have LinkedIn, bro. I'm one of those brothers that does not use that. I don't. I don't have that garbage. Sorry to. I'm not saying you're garbage, but I think LinkedIn is garbage. I think one of the things that we can do as developers is not to use LinkedIn. So, which I will do. I'm gonna ask the AI how to approach this. So, I think that's how to put this on the right side of the screen inside of the container. Oh, I don't I this is I understand, but in my country, if you use the LinkedIn job options, no one responds. So yeah, that's why we use Indeed. Okay, let's see option 1. Text right. So PL, no, that's not what I want. Right, just content, right text. I don't think this is gonna work, but nice try. So this is not a solution. Here it says just do text right. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll see. It's, yeah, that's the same as text end. That's what I don't want it. So those two are not solutions. I understand what AI is trying to do here. No, I've tried those solutions already. Replace left padding with right padding and right alignment. So you remove this, is what he says. And then you say text right, PR 6 a.m. I don't think it understands. Yeah, I understand what it's doing, but right. The problem is that I want to keep the I want to keep this as is, and anything that I changed also changes the layout. So there are solutions for that, like this div class, right? Which is this class, and you can say flex end, right? Or whatever, justify end, right? But that creates this issue with this. You see? And that's because of this content. So one of the things that I can do, then I have to wrap it in another div maybe. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, that will work though. Okay, let's keep it as is. Where you from? I'm from you know where this place is? Tell me your stack. Tell me more about yourself. Curious. Okay, great. Even though AI did not help me with the solution, it was kind of close. But now we have a div hell, so I'm definitely going to I'm gonna say I think this is a good case for AI to clean up. I don't want to clean up this mess. So I'm gonna say to why choose us, and let's change the AI to Gemini. Gemini, okay. And then, yeah, you know this way. Where are you from? Um, let me see. Let me see. Okay, my tech stack is React, Express, MongoDB, Node.js. Okay, so basically you're a backend developer. Most people say full stack, but you mostly use backend, I assume. I'm curious if it's gonna fuck it all up, which is highly likely, but it doesn't seem so. Okay, I did. It did. It did. And I still have a diff help probably as well. Yeah. Okay, that did not help at all. And it broke it as well. Yeah, that broke everything. Okay, no worries. Let's go to the last checkpoint. Okay, I'll leave it as is. There's a bit of a problem here, I see. Let's see why that is. It doesn't seem to be pushed to the end. Well, I did say items end. Maybe because I'm not sure where that spacing is coming from. I said padding top. But here we still have spacing. So we want to have the upper div to say everything to the end. Okay, let me see where it is. I think it's this one. I say justify between, yeah. Then I should say instead of item center, I should say items end. So let's go there. Data, why choose us content, and instead of item center, we say items end. And then we have it on the same line. Great. So that looks pretty okay. Yeah. That looks fine. When I started programming, yeah, that's been a while, bro. It's been quite a while. Um, I basically merged it, but I have worked on many frameworks. What kind of frameworks? What is your what do you do professionally? Okay, so we're done with that part. Okay, let's see what we have next. Okay, it seems that these are on the same line, but then I need to push that up. Okay, let's do that soon. Okay, we are in a more exciting part, which is which has some background, or like a big div background with a layer, and then the text on top. And it seems like there's some kind of circles going on here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna do some kind of gradient maybe. Or I'm gonna say I'm gonna grab like a background URL. But let's see, because this is a framework website, right? It seems that this background here does forever change. Look, that is not good. So these circles are moving. I don't even see it. Or maybe it is um, the upper part that is moving. Now I'm not gonna do the moving part. I think that is completely unnecessary and also gives a target hit. So um, since when you started to code, I don't know, like 2019, 2020, I'm working as a data engineer, but you don't need these stack for data engineering, right? Or am I saying something stupid? Okay, so we have a lot to do here. So first of all, let's do I'm not a fan of doing that here, to be honest, but let's do it just in case. It's just a project, it's not nothing serious. I want to say padding bottom, 70 pixels. Actually, it's double, so more like this. Yes, I I don't basically use Databricks, PyPark, and SQL most of the times, but I learned MERGE during my college days. Do you learn that in school? You know what we had in school? HTML, CSS, a little bit of JavaScript, and then we had like a database, and we just had to connect with the database, and then we had to push like items that we type in on the grocery list, and that was our web development project. It was very bad. So if you learn to merge stack in school, I'm not sure what school that is, but that's some hardcore shit over there. I wish that would have made me a better programmer. Okay. Okay, so let's start with that. It's called surfaces. So let's go to surface, maybe? I'm not sure if it's surface. I don't see it though. About us, statistics, social proof. Oh, what we do. Okay, I called it what we do. Okay, no worries. Okay, it's time to start. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we want to have like a background of, let's do one, and I'm not sure how big it actually is, but it's pretty darn big. So let's start with the padding X of 140 pixels because it's inside and not outside. But we have not defined a width yet. So let's just type hello. Let's do text white. We don't have anything on screen yet, and I know why we don't have anything on screen yet because I didn't include it. So we have to go to, we have layout and, no, not layout, the other one, page. Okay. Project, why choose us, and then what we do. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so we have something. Let's first work on the stuff above. So this is the container, still container, still container. Okay, still above, still container. Okay, so we are somewhere here. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But what is not going on is this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Okay, okay, section. Okay, nothing is responding. Okay, it's here, it's here. Great. It's very laggy, his site. Um, what to do about this? I said there's gonna be a padding. Let's first initialize that. Okay, let me see. No college in teach machine. Just learn on my own when I was at college. Oh, yeah, we did not have time for that because we had homework, like full-time homework, like maybe for 50 hours a week. It was more homework than anything else. Oh, connect. Yeah, sure. I don't have like a Discord, but yeah, you know, you can. Give me a second. I will just put it on screen and then. I don't have like a server or anything, and I'm barely on Discord, but it's a way to if there's something up, you can always reply. So give me a second. Um, okay. Let me type it, and I don't even know my own username. Alright, I typed it. Great. I forgot about Discord for a second. Um, I just want to see what happens. Why am I doing X? I need to do Y, obviously. Okay. Okay, this should be outside of the content. Mm, because it needs to be something like this. No worries, bro. We can chat for a little. I'm not sure if I don't see a thread add friend part, so I'll probably see it later. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works. I don't see a pop up, so all right. Um, so we have a bit of an issue here. I think. see the rounding that I had. I'm not sure what the rounding was. So the border radius is rounded 3XL. Really? Okay, sure. So let's work on that then. Rounded 3XL. Okay. So that's seems pretty okay. So let's start with the I think it's a little bit too much spacing, to be honest. I think we can widen it a little bit. Yeah. So we're gonna also do 140 here. And I think that that's even 100, I would say. Yeah, it's like this. Alright. Now, we have a specific part going on. It's called this the UI and it's called a section header. So let's work on that. Section header from UI sections, and then I want to say what we do. And it seems that the X, its end smaller, and it's the color is inverted. Okay, in that case, we need to make an exception. So let's go to the section header, and we have this plus. Mm, we can make like a keyword, right? I think if we say white is a boolean, and then we say white, and then we're gonna say open up and ternary, saying white, I'm not sure if I should actually put it here. Is this the correct? Yeah, it is correct. Children caption text white relative top -1 pixel plus. I think we're missing something here. Okay, BG black. Oh, we can even make it simpler. Look, we can say put this in an bracket and open up some backticks if it allows me to. Okay, and then here the same as well, backtick, and then we can say I'm not sure if it's possible, but we'll try like white BG white else BG black. Is it possible? We'll see. Is the job market bad in the Netherlands? It's so difficult to land a job right now. I've been looking for a job quite a while, bro. And one thing I've noticed is if you apply on LinkedIn, that's what I've heard, right? It's not that good. Okay, so now we have a white argument. So let's see if we say white here, what will happen? Okay, it does reverse it, so that works, but we have to make it optional. So white is optional. So if we remove the white, oh, thanks Will for your time. It was great seeing you. How's your job market? You haven't said where you're from even. Uh, so, alright, yeah, take care, bro. I'm here, right? I'm not chilling. I usually stream every day, so you can hop in and okay, so white. That works. Now we have to make these ones, and it seems that everything is online. Well, on the line. So that's okay. We're gonna say we have some typography. We're gonna say H1, and not from typography H1, but from main. So well, we can do it like this. We can say H1, and it says typography H1, but instead of that, typography main. And then we can do something like this, and we say surfaces. And that causes an issue. Export default does not exist in target module. It does, but the typing does not exist. Oh, you're from India. Yeah, we'll try to join. Yeah, all right. See you around, bro. We're chilling, right? So this is relaxing, right? I'm not gonna bash people. We're just trying to feed ourselves, right? So well, we have a massive error. Oh, I see. Okay, but we don't have the text, so let's work on that. So let's go to H1. Is H2 maybe very big? No. Okay, so we do need to have H1. We're gonna say, no, not text white, but I'm not sure how big this is. It says font size 144, so let's try it. Text 144 pixels. Okay. Well, first we have to work on the tracking. So let's do tracking minus 0.6 AM. Alright. So, and now we have to work on see how bold it actually is. It seems like it's just bold. Okay. So let's see. Font bold. That doesn't look quite right. Mine looks and bigger in text and bigger in size maybe. So hmm. it looks almost identical, but mine is a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna say font semi-bold. That looks way better, right? Okay, let's put a dot. Let's go to what we do. I'm gonna say a dot. Now there's a little bit of a problem here because of the spacing, and it's not centered. So let's do text center. Let's see if it works. Okay, that works. Well, it's not really centered, right? It's not really. Um, Let me see how they do it. Okay, so they put it in a grid, in a three-side grid. Okay, in that case, let's do a grid then. Um, so we're gonna do it here, and we're gonna give this a name. And this name is gonna be data. What we do header grid. Okay, put that here. And the first thing we're gonna say grid. Grid calls tree, and we're gonna say grid. Let's see how it looks. I just want to see what happened. Make sure that we are not biased here. Okay, we have three kinds of grids. That makes total sense. It seems that the spacing of these grids is a bit large, but it's doable, right? I think we should keep it as is, maybe not, because um, the second one is bigger, right? And it seems that the spacing of these is also not great if you look at it, right? It's more on the left side because they put an extra layer on top of it. So that means that the pixel 110 should be maybe 120, so it's more tracked. And I think I want to place everything. So place items start. Let's see if that works. Okay, it doesn't. That's because of the naming. It's not because of it's my issue. It's not a diff issue or anything like that. Okay, let's go to Tailwind. Tailwind. And we're gonna say grid. Okay, we have a lot of things going on. Subgrid. I just want to have grid. Do you just have grid somewhere? Okay, no. Okay, so place self. Place self um place self center, place, self, end. Oh, okay. So place, self, start is what we should do. Um, to this one. And that doesn't work. What's going on? Okay, yeah. And then I said surfaces. Oh, I did it for the wrong one. Yeah. Okay, I need to do this for this one. And that also does not respond the way I want it to. I forgot how grids work because I haven't done it for the longest time. Okay. It doesn't want to respond like I want to. But I did do it correctly. I think. Let's see on the code. Yeah, we say grid's called tree, which is in three pieces, and grid. Now the first one we don't do anything, and the second one I want to say place self start. So I don't see why this is a problem. Let's see what it says. Okay, one of the solutions that I have is to grid generator CSS, and I just want to see. No, that's not what I wanted. Um, so if you have this one, right, and this is an area name of S, but I don't have anything inside. Can I type here in this? No, cannot. Mm, okay, that won't work then. Okay, I think we should ask the AI then because I don't want to look up too long. This is what the AI is good for, to ask. So let's go to what we do. I want to place the H1 on the top of the grid item, meaning where H1 is is inside. How would I do that? Okay, it does not do what I thought it would do. Oh, it's so bad, bro. It's really pissing me off. Oh, they know how to piss me off. Yeah, they know how to piss me off. And of course, I don't want to do play self start. What is this kind of nonsense? And now it's fucked up because of this one saying grid. God damn it, bro. That's what I don't like about the AIs. It fucked it up so bad that the grid doesn't even respond anymore. Let me just refresh. I fucked up. There's a flex? Where's the flex? What do you mean there's a flex? Inside the section header. What? Yeah, but that's fine. And this one is also inside a div. That's fine. What is the problem? Yeah, I cannot recover from that AI incident. So let's go back. Let's go back because I don't like that store. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. I think this is the best solution then. And obviously it should not be. Oh my god. Okay. I'm confused. Let's go to section header. What? Okay. I don't know what that was. I think I see the mistake. And then it should work. Because that was a bit laggy. Okay, let's do it again. Relative, top 10 pixels. Yeah, it's definitely 32. That's crazy. Did I save it? What if I do 50? What happens? That's crazy. Let's do 48. 42. Okay, let's do this for thing. I'm not sure how to do that, to be honest. We can create like a span. And then say 4. But that's not what we want to do. Like with framing, it's easy. You can just place it here. I think this is a good question of AI. I don't want to think about it too much. Okay, let's go here. How would I place the 4 in that position next to the text surfaces in React? Let me see how they do it. Okay. Okay, so it does create a span of 4. The text is not white, that's for sure. Okay, something like this. Let's see how it looks. Let's go to our code. Let's put it here. I don't think it looks exactly like it should. Okay, it's gone. Because I don't have a relative position here. Uh, well, if I want to do that, then I should create a div here. Okay, I think this one relative to this one. Okay, that's kinda text. I think that's like 64 pixels. Yeah, let me work on some stuff. Hey, Movie Master, how are you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Uh, Okay. And it's definitely like a third smaller. So let's do like 24. Okay. Bigger. So let's do 28. Okay, and it seems like it's font semi-bold, so font semi-bold. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger, so let's do 32. And let's do half of that color. Let's do more brighter, like 80% of that. It's a little bit lighter, so like 70. Okay, fine by me. Okay, let's work on the absolute. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Uh, 2 rem minus 2 rem. It's not the best solution to be honest, but it's fine. Top 20 pixels. Little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. 28 and awesome. Okay, this is going to be interesting because we have the text moving out of sight really fast. And we have this one at the end. Let me see how the grid looks. Just wanna check. Where is it? Can I maybe click aside here? Okay. Is there like a grid that tells me? Oh, it's a 2 grid with an extra grid inside. So 2 grids. No, first 3 grids. Oh, okay, this is something advanced I really need to think about. I need to set up like an advanced stuff, but yeah, I am not happy with the website design and marketing disappearing from the screen, to be honest. Like I understand, but I think at first I will just do it on the top and we'll make push this down, and then later I will make it a effect. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for me. See you guys around. My eyes are sore and I'm tired, so see you guys later.